Welcome to another Meeples and Milkshakes Board Game Cafe unboxing video. I'm Jim. I've got a bunch of boxes from at least 2 different distributors today. A bunch of KLASK games and a bunch of new games and restocks and things that we haven't had before, so let's check it out. First up, we have a restock of Unlock games. We were running low or we were out of certain Unlock games, and so here they are. Here's some more. We have, what's this one? Is this Epic Adventures and Timeless Adventures and Heroic Adventures and Mystery Adventures in this shipment. These, as you can see from the lines going across the box, there's 3 different scenarios in each of these boxes. They used to get sold in little boxes separately, but now they bundle them in 3s, and these are replayable exit room type escape room games. They're mysteries that you need to solve. It's a cooperative game. You use an app to help you, whereas the exit games themselves, those little ones, those you can only play once. These you can play multiple times, but really I would say it's best to wait some time maybe before you replay it, but they are replayable, whereas physically you can't replay the exit games because you kind of alter the components. Other thing is these are great for passing around to your friends and family because anybody who hasn't played it before can enjoy it. So these have lots of reusability and replayability value, and they're very popular, so I wanted to make sure that we didn't run out. Chess is a 2-player game where one player tries to, you know what chess is. This is chess. And now we have a sellable copy of chess. I don't think we've had one in a long time. So there you go, very inexpensive chess game from Pressman Games. And we've been sold out of Sequence for a while, so here is a restock of Sequence, which is a very fun card game and played in teams. And it comes in a nice tin. It's a game that I've enjoyed for a long time. And then we have a special order for Taco Cat Goat Cheese Pizza. I don't know this game. It was requested by a customer, so I ordered it in, and I did bring one extra one in. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this in the cafe library or put it for sale yet. I got to learn a little bit more about it. It says on the back of the box here, keep these 5 crazy words in mind. As soon as there is a match between a card and a spoken word, race against each other to slap your hand on the central pile of cards. The last one to do so must take them all. Be quick to be the first to get rid of all your cards, but watch out, your mind will play tricks on you. This addictive game is as unique as its name. It's by Blue Orange Games and Dolphin Hat. I know Blue Orange makes good games. It's a 2 to 8 player game, which takes 10 minutes, so this seems like very good potential for the library, and there it is. So take a look at that a little bit more, and you might find it in our library. Otherwise, you'll be able to take it home. Whoa. Here's a game that we have in our library, KLASK, and now you can bring that home for yourself. KLASK is a very fun 2-player dexterity game. You have these sticks underneath the board, and they're magnetic, and you use those to guide the little arms. They're little, I don't know what you call them, the little sticks that can move the ball around on the table. It's a fun dexterity game, and it sits on the table, and it's beautiful, made of wood. So if you've been enjoying it in the library, or you've always wanted to bring it home for yourself, now we have it in stock. We have The Princess and the Dragon, the 3rd Carcassonne expansion. This is my favorite expansion, and probably a lot of people's favorite expansion for Carcassonne. It has an actual little dragon meeple, well, pretty big dragon meeple compared to regular meeples, that get placed or moved around in the Carcassonne world tiles when you play tiles that have the dragon symbol on them. And then if it's already on there and another dragon tile gets drawn and played, then everybody gets to take turns moving the dragon around the map, one space each around the table until everybody's had one turn. And any meeples that get touched by the dragon along the path get removed from the game. So it's a bit of a take that expansion for Carcassonne. It's very fun. If you have the fairy, then you are immune. That meeple is immune from the dragon, which is always fun. And then if the magic portals, they let you play on features that have been played on previous tiles. Normally that's not allowed. You can't normally in Carcassonne play onto tiles, place meeples onto previously played tiles, but with this you can. Yeah, it's a great expansion, and we brought a bunch in. It's been a long time since we've been able to get it. In fact, this might be the first time that it's been in stock since we've been open. No, Xavier's shaking his head. He thinks we've had this before, but I don't know about that, maybe. But this time we got lots, so we're not going to run out anytime soon, hopefully. I want to make sure that you're able to take that home with you. So, Princess and the Dragon. First up, we have Pandemic Legacy Season 1, a restock of this. It's been very popular lately, which is great. It's a great legacy game. You will play 12 to 24 games of Pandemic in this campaign, and each game will affect the next game in serious ways, like whether you win or lose will have effects on the game permanently. Every game there's like new envelopes and other boxes and things to unpack of new components and new stickers to put in the rule book that introduce small new rules. It's just super fun, and this is why it was #1 on Board Game Geek for a long time, until Gloomhaven came around and dethroned it. So this is Season 1. We also have Season 2 and the new Season 0 in stock. Next up, we have a restock of Colt Super Express, which is this small, quicker version, very quick version of Colt Express, which is a really fun, I guess the word would be programming game, but it's not like computer programming. You're each playing cards from your hand that have different actions that your person can do, and then once everybody has played all of the cards, then you actually in order enact all the actions that the cards do. And so you have to kind of pay attention to the state of the board at the start of the round, and then pay attention to what people are doing and try to figure out what that means, where people might be. Sometimes people get to play cards face down, so you're not even sure what they're going to be doing on their turn. It's quite tricky, super fun. One of those games with lots of laughter, and very competitive, fun game. And this is a 3 to 7 player game. I think Colt Express may be played up to 5, maybe 6, but this is up to 7, which is neat. And it's a very quick 15-minute version, a simplified version of the game. Definitely worth checking this out. Very inexpensive, a great stocking stuffer. Next up, first time here, we have the Expedition to Newdale. This is Alexander Pfister's board game version of Oh My Goods, which is a very cool card game that we've had on back order since we first opened. We have not been able to see it in stock ever here. We cannot wait to get it. We don't even have it in our library yet, but we will once it finally comes out. This is a 12-part, if I remember correctly, 12-part campaign. Well, it says 8 chapters with branches in the story, so that's why I think it's 12. But anyway, take a look at Board Game Geek. They have a really good explanation of the game. It's pretty cool, and it's up to 4 players, and it has a solo mode included. And I think they said that, well, maybe I was getting confused. They said it was like 12 hours of play. Maybe that's where I got 12 from. But anyway, quite a lot of game in this box, and Alexander Pfister is a great designer, and Oh My Goods is a beloved game, so this is definitely worth checking out. And then finally in this box we have a restock of Animal Upon Animal, Small and Yet Great, which is a very small version of Animal Upon Animal, which is appropriate for ages 5 and up, and it's a simple stacking game. You roll a die and stacking these little animal wooden pieces, which are really cute. And so there we go. It's a dexterity game. Okay, here we have, for the first time at Meeples and Milkshakes, Ticket to Ride First Journey. This is a kids version of Ticket to Ride. Ages 6 and up, takes 15 to 30 minutes for 2 to 4 players. So you can see the back of the box here. I'm going to look at this other copy of the back myself. I have not played First Journey, and I'm not the target audience, but I think once my goddaughter gets a little older, I will want to play this with her for sure. As you can see, this is the Europe version of Ticket to Ride First Journey. There's also a North America version, but that one was not available right now from the distributor, so we got the Europe version. I think it works fairly similar to Ticket to Ride, but it's just simpler to learn and quicker to play. And I like the art on it for sure. The board is very nice. It's, I think, a much prettier board than the regular Ticket to Ride Europe, which is fine, but this is just cute. It's meant for kids. And so there you go, small box, quick version of Ticket to Ride. So I have not played this yet, Patchwork Express. This is also a 2-player game. Patchwork is a 2-player game. I've never thought of Patchwork as a long game, so Patchwork Express is kind of interesting to me. Not exactly sure what's different. Looks like the board is much smaller, so that might be actually what the difference is. But there might be some other differences, I'm not exactly sure. But if you like, we sell a lot of Patchwork, and we thought, well, somebody who likes Patchwork might want to get Patchwork Express as well, so why not bring it in? So there we go, Patchwork Express. Next up, we have Nusfjord. This is a Uwe Rosenberg game, and I have not played this yet. It's been out for maybe a year or so, I think. I haven't had a chance to play it yet. This is a worker placement game, I believe, that is for 1 to 5 players, and takes 20 to 100 minutes to play. That's a wild range of times. Not quite getting that. Worker placement and development game, quick gameplay and no end of round maintenance. Well, that's nice. It says here, plays well with 2 players and is also playable solo. That doesn't surprise me. A lot of Uwe Rosenberg games feel like solo games, like Agricola. There's not a whole lot of interaction, so it's not hard to see how you would play them solo. Uwe Rosenberg's a great designer though, and I think this is definitely worth checking out if you're a fan of his games. And then we also have a Plaice deck for Nusfjord, and this of course requires Nusfjord to play and adds 45 new cards. So if you're getting Nusfjord, you might want to get this as well. Next up we have Ticket to Ride London. This is another small version. It's not aimed at kids especially like the other one. This is ages 8+, but it's a small board version of Ticket to Ride. It plays in about 15 minutes. It says learn the game in 3 minutes, so it must be pretty simple. I think this is the first time we've had this here. We have it in our library, but I think this is the first time we've had it for sale. This is the 3rd in the Century trilogy, A New World. This is, I would say, probably my favorite of the 3 Century games. Century A New World is like a worker placement game, and I love worker placement games. Action selection, worker placement. So you have lots of different places to put workers that give you different things, and it's sort of an engine building game. Very, very fun, and it can be combined with the other Century games if you have them to play special, combo variants, and you can play with all 3 if you have all 3 as well, which I have not done yet, but that would be really neat to do. So that's Century A New World. And then one more copy of Patchwork Express in that box as well. Okay, so first up we have Doodle Dice from Jack's, and one of them was special ordered, and we decided to bring one in to have at the store for sale. And I have not played Doodle Dice, but it says here you create a doodle with a few rolls of the Doodle Dice. There's a different doodle pictured on each card, and in the deck, when you build a doodle that matches one of the cards, you take that card, block an opponent's turn, or take one of their cards away. Collect 1 card of each color, and you win. It's a fun, challenging way for everyone in your family to be a doodle artist. That looks pretty interesting. And let's see, it says 2 to 6 players, ages 6 and up. So great family game. I like the dice. You can see the custom dice with lots of different symbols on them. So that's pretty neat. And thank the customer who special ordered it for bringing this to my attention, because I hadn't heard of this game before. It looks pretty neat. Next up you have Blue Lagoon by Blue Orange. This is a Rainer Knizia game, big surprise. He does a ton of games and they're all pretty cool. You can see there's very great art and components in this game. I really like the pieces with the stickers on them. I think they look really cool. Let's see, this is a 2 to 4 player game that plays in a quick 30 to 45 minutes. You're collecting resources and trying to strategically direct your people and build your settlement so you can collect as many resources as possible to become the most renowned tribe on the archipelago. So I like the score pad too. That's some nice nice art on the score pad even. So wow, very cool. I have not played this, but I'm very tempted to play it myself. I love Reiner Knizia games. He's an amazing designer. And yeah, so there, check it out. Check it out on Board Game Geek as well. Well, we had Tri-ominos before, but we haven't had Tri-ominos Deluxe. So this is the deluxe version of Tri-ominos, which I have not played. But it's a 2 to 4 player game for ages 7 and up. It's a very classic game, and I love the components here. They look nicer than the regular Tri-ominos, which is fine, but this looks even nicer. So very cool. If you're into Tri-ominos, now we have a copy you can take home. I think we also have it in the library. Next up, Mexican Train Dominoes. So Mexican Train game is a game people have played, a lot of people have played and have fun with, and we've never had it here. So since the distributor who distributes these games that I'm pulling out had it, I thought, hey, why not bring that in? Because you know, I have had people ask for it in the past and we didn't have it, so now we do. Mexican Train Dominoes. And finally, another game that needs no introduction, checkers. Now we have checkers because it's kind of silly that we didn't have checkers before, but now we do. Well, we have it in our library, of course, but we didn't have it for sale. So there you go. All right, so this box just contains 2 copies of another Uwe Rosenberg game, A Feast for Odin. As you can see, a very big box, 1 to 4 player game. It says it takes 30 minutes per player. That's definitely a minimum amount of time, I would say. This is a great game. And we've brought this in a couple times, and both times it flies off the shelf. So this time we thought, let's get 2 because it's never fun having a great game that isn't here. So we want to make sure it is. So A Feast for Odin is here ×2 now. So if you've been waiting for that to get restocked, it's finally back in. So that's it for this unboxing video. Thanks very much for watching, as always. We're gonna have another unboxing video later this week with tons of special orders and new games, a ton of new games that just come out all at the same time. So it'll be an exciting one. If you hit that subscribe button and the bell, you'll get notified, so you'll know when that goes up. And if you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up, like the video. That helps us, as well as sharing this video with your friends. You can let them know the Board Game Cafe is open and that we've done everything we can to make this a safe place for you and your friends and family to play games during this challenging time. We quarantine games between plays. We have these big plexiglass dividers between tables. We have an upgraded ventilation system, hand sanitizer everywhere. We've done everything we can to, including a mask rule. You have to wear your mask here, so if you're worried about people coming in here that you're not too sure about, you know, are they safe, are they healthy? Well, if everybody's wearing masks, it's pretty good. So while nothing is perfect, I can just say that we've done everything that we can in our power to make sure that it's as safe as it can be under the circumstances. So again, thanks for watching the video, and until next time, stay safe, be kind, and be calm. Thank you. Bye.